Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I want to talk about the Vizio H1 OLED that I picked up last night. So, I'm not gonna lie, guys. First impressions are a little, I don't know how to say this. They're not completely great, and they're not completely bad. This TV, as it sits, feels kind of buggy. Like there's something going on with the software or something. I don't necessarily think it's a hardware issue, just because a lot of people have complained about this. I had to do some looking into this and stuff, because when I first set it up, everything was working just fine. You know, PlayStation 5 was working fine. Well, I plugged the PlayStation in, it brought it up, it was on the screen and everything. I logged out of that and then got back on the Xbox and was trying all the games on that. But once I switched over to the PlayStation 5, black screen. I was like, are you kidding me? I had to switch it to HDMI 1.4 just to get it to come on. And then it took me probably another freaking 40 minutes just to figure out how to get it on. So, like, out of the box, man, my user experience so far with the H1 OLED from Vizio has been kind of like, I don't know, man. I'm like, it's making me think, gosh, maybe I should have just spent the other $300 to get the CX, and then, you know, yeah. So I mean, that's where I'm at right now. But I mean, I have never been let down by Vizio before yet. So I have 2 weeks that I can return this TV and still be okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try it out for a couple of weeks, and if it's just too bad to the point where I can't get my stuff working, or I can't get anything to do what I need it to do, then yeah, I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and spend the extra $300 on the CX. I really do want, I'm going to be honest with you, I really do want this Vizio to work fine. I want it to work great. That is my initial plan. I like Vizio. I want to support that company, and I want to, you know, I want to be able to, I want to be able to enjoy their products, just because of the great, amazing value that I've had so far with their products and the user experience. Yeah, so, all right, enough of that. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started with this. Okay, so OLED versus QLED. So basically, Vizio's other TVs that are LED are QLED. They're basically the same technology as the Samsung QLED. So my overall thoughts on this already are, I do like the way the OLED picture looks, but I love the way the QLED looks, because I love the brighter highlights. The OLED so far, it looks a little, it definitely looks darker. I believe that's because there's like a sensor in this TV that when my light's on, it makes the screen do something else. So I'm going to turn that off and revisit that again. As it sits right now, the experience, I'm gonna keep my other TV. I got something. I'm gonna mount it right behind my desk and stuff, so that I can do. So that I can do video comparisons of both games at the same time on both systems, so that I can see how that's going to work out. So I mean, all in all, like I'm grateful that I was able to actually get, you know, this OLED, and, you know, be able to, you know, incorporate that into what I'm doing here on the channel. I'll be able to take advantage of the 120 hertz refresh rate. I'll be able to take care of the 4K. I'll be able to take advantage of Dolby Vision, HDR10, variable refresh rate. So I'll be able to take advantage of all of these different technologies with the new consoles, while also being able to do like side-by-side comparisons and actually look at the same pictures on the same screen. And that way I'll be able to, you know, also be able to, you know, say what the differences, you know, are when it comes to OLED versus QLED. I love the QLED technology. Like, I've been happy with it. I've been way happy with it. More than satisfied with the QLED, you know, the quantum dot technology. I love it. I love the full array local dimming. I love how it works. And now I get the best of both worlds. I get to play on however I want. You know, if I want to play, QLED or OLED, hey man, I'm happy. There's nothing better than not having to choose. You know what I mean? Like, not having to choose is extremely important these days. So when it comes to OLED versus QLED, this literally comes down to what do you got to have? What do you got to have? Do you got to have like really dark blacks and really really pristine picture, or do you want higher highlights? Do you want to be able to see things like really bright and really vivid? Because that's what QLED does. It gives you a really vivid picture, and you get a pretty good brightness with a peak brightness. The OLEDs just can't do. They can't hit that higher max of brightness like a QLED can. So when it comes to the OLED, there are some subtle differences. I can tell you right now that this TV, this new Vizio, does upscale a lot better than the QLED does. The upscaling in here seems to be a lot better. So I'm definitely happy with that. 1080p still looks 1080p, but it doesn't look as fuzzy, if that makes sense. It doesn't look fuzzy, but you can still see that there's a lack of detail, obviously, because it's only a 1080p image. But when it comes to like 1440p and 4K, that definitely, like, it still holds up pretty good on this new TV. So yeah, if you're sitting on the fence about either technology, I'm here to tell you that both of them, you're going to be happy either way you go, QLED or OLED. It honestly depends. Like, like, you really can't tell why you're at Best Buy. Because while you're at Best Buy or while you're buying TVs, you really can't tell. The place is bright and bloomy and everything. And so when you get home, that's when you finally get to understand and see exactly what the TV you're going to do is going to do. As far as picture goes on OLED, yes, it does look good. Blacks look super inky. It looks really good. When it comes to QLED, yeah, your colors are brighter. Well, I don't know. OLED's pretty good at colors too. It can do its own colors and stuff. So I just feel like the QLED makes it more punchy. Like, definitely gives you higher brighter highlights and stuff. Whereas on the OLED, this OLED's going to take me a little while to get dialed in too. Like, it's going to take me a minute. I'm going to have to really screw around with this and get everything all set up. So I'm going to be doing more videos about Vizio or about, OLED versus QLED and the differences as I run into them and as I experience different things with my setup. So I would be looking forward to those videos and stuff, because I really want to stay in the same brand. I really do. Like, if this TV turns out to be not what I expected, I probably will just go get the CX. But as it sits right now, I mean, a few bugs. I'm not too worried about a few bugs. I mean, like, that's not something that's going to really bug me. What does kind of bug me though is some of the issues that are still happening on this TV after it being out almost a year. That's starting to bug me a little bit. So I've shoot some texts off or some emails off to Vizio, and because I want to get this straightened out. I want to know what's going on. I want to know what I need to do, because if I need to take this back and get that CX, I need to know that too, because I need this TV to be able to create content for my channel. So I need something that's going to work, and I need something that's going to be good. So as it sits right now, I'm going to hang on to it for a couple of weeks and see if I can't get this stuff ironed out, or see what I got to do. Maybe it's just different settings in there that are screwing stuff up. So yeah, my initial impressions are like, oh gosh, I wish it didn't feel so buggy. But at the end of the day, I do see a lot of good things about this TV. So yeah, we're gonna find out. Okay, so if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And I'll see you in the next one, guys.